and there's a lien on that particular property. You finish paying off the land, but then for whatever reason, you may not go up and pick your title.
Calling the OneMicShow 2059.
Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm from Jamaica, Toronto, Canada.
Okay, please reduce the volume on the background.
Yeah, turn
we
it
can
off.
hear it. All right. Okay, Afro-Jamaican, can you hear us?
Is this any better?
This is much
Yes.
I can
better.
hear you.
This is much better. Talk to us, Afro-Jamaican.
Yeah, really quick. I've been like dying to get on from earlier. First thing, we talked about land titles and so on in Kenya. My wife watched this thing called the fake real or the real fake or something. She's terrified after watching that with Boniface as the People's Watchman. So that's one thing. And the other thing I tell people, if Jamaicans didn't get bad, burn a couple plantations and kill a couple people, I probably would have been born a slave.
Afro-Jamaican, we're having trouble hearing you. I don't know whether it's a headset.
Cell phone.
No, there's no headset.
There you go.
Okay, now we can hear you.
Now
we
you
can
sound
hear
like
you.
somebody who didn't steal a phone. I mean, sorry.
All right, Afro-Jamaican, talk to us.
So what I'm saying is I was watching the title deal special that you recommended, and my wife is now terrified about Kenya and land and all that stuff. So that's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing, if Jamaicans didn't get bad and burned a couple plantations and kill a couple people, I would probably be a slave today.
Yes,
And,
you're saying you would have been born into slavery.
Yes, and you're probably right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So all the people that I know we Jamaicans call national heroes were once called terrorists.
Yes.
Just like Mr. Kenyatta.
Is including
Just like many people
including
in
Marcus
Kenya
Garvey.
as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I mean, I'm not really picking one side or the other with that particular conflict. I'm on one side, and that's African side. So, but I'm just saying I understand the situation.
Well, what do you think needs to be done for people like you, for example, Afro-Jamaican? You're very well read, you're constantly, researching, finding out new stuff about black people in different parts of the world. What exactly do you think needs to be done to shock people into understanding that they need to learn their history? Because I think you've also noticed that there's a lot of historical illiteracy out there, even from very educated people. Afro-Jamaican.
It's not illiteracy, that is done by design. The victor writes the history. It's his history, not your history. So if I invaded someone's land, I'll kill the indigenous people, who's going to write the history?
The winner, the one who killed.
It's the people. Exactly. And that has been going on forever. So that's not going to change. So in the American school system, they're taught a certain thing. There's this American pride that goes without reason where they think everybody else is beneath them until they start traveling the world and go, oh my God, I've been lied to. The same thing with Canada as well. So it's not that they're illiterate. This is done exactly by design. This is our societies in North America especially operate exactly how they were designed.
Wow, North America operates exactly how they were designed. I think that's something that I also had Snoop Dogg once say. He's like the way racism works, it's exactly the way it was designed, and it's working, very accurately and very perfectly, even when you try to change this and that. But yeah, so Afro-Jamaican, when again are you planning to go to Kenya?
I hopefully should be there sometime around March.
Okay.
But I'll be honest, man. Watching that program last night with my wife was very troubling to say the
Shocking.
least, that you could be in your house for 20, 30 years
Yes.
and some guys just knock down your gate, come in and take you out and bulldoze the house. Like, it's a bit scary. I'll be very honest.
No, it is scary. It is scary.
Yes, and you know that there's also if you watch as you are watching that, you saw that there was also a theme. The people who are being victimized are they would either be Indian,
Yeah.
or
of
they
Asian
would be
origin.
or, yes, Asian origin or European origin, where somebody has passed on the original owner and now it's the next generation who have it, or the person who originally owned it, maybe it's the wife or heir who is now holding onto the title deed, and that's where these guys come in and they kind of like slip in before you know what's going on, and they play games. So these things are very strategically
It's
done.
everybody.
Go ahead.
Watch the last episode. It happened to Kenyans too. Regular black Kenyans it happened to. An entire group, I think it was 20-something people.
Hey,
to
don't-
a Sako owned the land.
Careful, guys.
And
It's okay.
Oh, because Ali hasn't watched it.
It's
but,
okay. We will still watch.
But you know, go ahead.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
that's
Go
all.
ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah. It's go
yeah,
ahead.
so it happens to Kenyans too. It happens to ethnic Kenyans too. So it's anybody could happen to. And my thing is this. I am paying rates for the land for 20, 30 years, and somebody can come and get another document.
Yes.
Like, that sounds like an inside job. There needs to be a purge, because I'm telling you, watching it, I love your country. I love the country to death, but I will not buy another piece of land there. I won't do it.
No, it's your country now. It's your country.
You're stuck
so-
with us.
Yeah,
And
you're stuck with us.
the same way they were stuck with you, and that we're stuck with the country. And what you're saying is very, very true, very scary, to the point where if you even have an issue, and I can give you a good example of something that is practical and happens quite a bit, where you purchase a piece of property and you get a loan from a bank, and you give the title to the bank, and there's a lien on that particular property. You finish paying off the land, but then for whatever reason, you may not go up and pick your title. The bank then gets sold. Once the bank is sold to a new owner, the new owner either gets rid of the titles or whatever, but loses your title. So sometime later, you come back and you try to ask for your title, and you can't get the title because guess what? They lost it. And in them losing the title, that begins your nightmare of trying to get a title, because then now you have to start chasing the bank and showing that you even are the person who owns the land and took the loan, and so on and so forth. Because in order for you to get your title back from a lien holder, you have to pay a tax or a duty. And the duty is based upon the amount that you actually took the loan for. So there's some things that can be straightened out, but there's also other things that are nightmarish when you think about them. And for us living on this end of the world, it's clear and cut. It's a very clear and cut line. These are the policies. This is what you need to do, and boom, you do it, and you're in. But not so much.
So these are
over there.
these are some of those things that need to be cleaned up.
Correct.
And it's definitely not going to happen overnight.
Nope.
So with the help of people, and I like the confidence that Afro-Jamaican you still have, like in our country, despite, like some of these bone-chilling issues that happen.